Hello everyone, welcome back to Maximum Automation. Today I'm going to start a new series on Playwright automation tool. Playwright is built by Microsoft and is basically a Node.js library which can be used to automate different browsers like Chromium, Firefox, Safari, and is quite a popular tool among the test community. The best part is that the Playwright supports multiple languages like Java, .NET, Node.js, and Python. So you can use any of the languages to build your test automation using Playwright. Now today in this video, I'm going to show you how you can install the Playwright for Node.js. If you want to build your test automation either by using TypeScript or JavaScript, then we're going to see how you can set up or install the Playwright on your system to start writing the automation test. First of all, we need to open a command prompt. And then we have to run the npm command to install the Playwright. But before that, you need to make sure that Node.js is installed on your system. Once you are done with the Node.js, then what you need to do is type the command npm init playwright at latest. This npm command is going to download the Playwright into your system. And this latest parameter is going to download the latest version of the Playwright. You can provide the specific version if you want, but I would suggest using the latest version when you install it. The moment you hit enter, then it will ask whether you're going to use TypeScript or JavaScript to write your test. You can choose out of these two scripting languages by moving arrow keys. Here, I'm going to choose JavaScript. And then it will ask where you want to put your test. I'll go with the default test folder. Test is the default folder which will be created under the current directory. If you want any other specific folder to be created, then you can provide the name of that folder. After that, if you want to GitHub Actions workflow to integrate with your test, then you can press yes. The next item, it will ask if you want to install the browser's kit. Later also, you can do it manually by using npx playwright install command. But here if you choose yes, then it will install all the browser's kit, which are configured in the Playwright config file. Here you can see that it now started downloading the Playwright packages into the system. It will also create some default tests which we can execute using Playwright. Now we can see that it has been installed, and these are the basic commands which we can use. Now, if we move to the folder Playwright under C drive project, then here you can see the structure of the Playwright project which is automatically created. And here you can see the test folder created by default, where we have one file which contains a set of tests which is also automatically created when we install the Playwright. This is the test file, and in this file we can see that there are two tests available. In the first test, it moves to the Playwright web page and then it verifies the page title. And then in the second test, it again moves to the Playwright web page and then it click on the link with the text as get started. Now let me close this. Here we have one Playwright config file, and if I open this file, then here under the project section, you can see the different browsers have been provided like Chromium, Firefox, and Safari. It means whenever we're going to run the test, then by default, those tests will run on all these three browsers. And if you want to run on only two browsers, let's say Chromium and Firefox, then you can delete the entry for Safari. Then by default, test will run on only two browsers. Now, I'm going to run the test available on the test file. So let's go back to the command prompt, and then I'll type the command npx playwright test. After that, I'll press enter. When we run this command, then Playwright will run the test in background using headless mode. And by default, Playwright is going to run the test on all the browsers parallelly which are configured in the Playwright config file. By default, 3 browsers were configured in the config file, that was Chromium, Firefox, and Safari. So it will run 2 tests across all 3 browsers, which means a total of 6 tests will be executing in parallel. Now the test execution is done. Here it says that all the 6 tests has been passed. And to open the test report, we have to run this command, npx playwright show report. You can see the browser has been invoked. And here is the list of tests which got executed on different browsers. Initially, the test was executed on browser Chromium, then on Firefox, and then at last on WebKit. And if I move to any of the tests, then you can see these are the different test steps which got executed as part of this test case. Here you can see the after hooks, before hooks, which got executed before the test. So these information we can see in the test report in detail. And similarly, we can see the other test as well. This is how you can see your test execution report once you are done with your test case execution. So we have seen that how we have executed the test in headless mode. But let's say if you want to run your test through the UI mode for a better experience, in that case, you need to type the command npx playwright test followed by --UI. This is gonna open the UI mode where you can select which test you want to run and can easily walk through each step to see what is happening in the each step. Here you can see the UI mode. And under the test section, we have 2 tests available in this file. Here we can see the test file details to see the different tests created under it. To run the test, here we have this icon available. When we click on this icon, then the test will execute. Once the test will execute, then at the right side, we'll see the test in execution. You can see that it opened the browser and then it closed it. Test was so quick because it just opened the web page and then it verified whether the web page has the expected title or not. Now, if I run the second test from here, again you can see it opened the browser and then it clicked on the Get Started link. Here we can see the sequence of events which occurred when we executed the test. You can see the different screenshot of the executed test steps. This is how you can use UI mode to run your test. Then there is another option to execute your test, that is in headed mode. You can execute your test from the command line in headed mode so that you can see your test execution visually. And the command for that is npx playwright test followed by the flag --headed. This is gonna run the test on all the configured browsers and you can visually see the text execution. Here you can see the browser has been invoked. So first it is running on the Chromium browser. Similarly, it will run on the other browsers as well. So the test executed on all 3 browsers in headed mode. And if you see here, we got a failure, and whenever we have a failure, then the report will automatically generate. This time we don't need to open the report by running the command in the command prompt. Here we can see that this test case failed and we can see the specific step where the test got failed. So we have seen that by default our tests were running on 3 browsers because we have provided the browser's details in the Playwright config file. But let's say that you don't want to run your test on all the browsers configured in the config file. You only want to run on a specific browser. Then you need to add the flag project in your test command, followed by the browser name where you want to run your test. Let's say I want to run my test on Firefox browser only. Then I'm going to provide the value here for project as Firefox. This time it will run the test on Firefox browser only. Here you can see that this time it is running 2 tests only because I have updated the project config for Firefox browser. So this won't run all the browsers which we have in the config file. That's it for today. I hope you liked this video. Please put your comments in the comment box. Also, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.